I'd like to take a moment to recognize that I'm recording from the ancestral and stolen lands of the Coast Salish peoples, specifically Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh. I acknowledge the great privilege and gratitude I have to live here. As an organization, the Forum continues its commitment to a journey towards truth and reconciliation through acknowledgement and continuous unlearning of the practices that perpetuate inequity and colonization.
There's something happening. Can you feel it? The world is changing. We need new perspectives, new voices. There's no more room for what ifs and wouldn't it be nice. It's time for decisive action, and it starts right now. Welcome to the Odlum Brown Forum Pitch Finale, the celebration of transforming the world for and with self-identifying women, trans femme, and non-binary entrepreneurs. From coast to coast, 386 dynamic entrepreneurs applied to the pitch program. 10 semi-finalists were chosen to pitch live in Vancouver and Toronto, with 3 powerful business visions emerging. Tonight, our finalists shared their unique ideas to disrupt markets, systems, and thinking. Sara Jonsdotter, using technical fashion expertise to elevate the experiences of 100 million people with periods. Bronwin Bridges, building software to become a global leader in supporting neurological disorders through digital technology. Chloe Bodewen and Jessica Miao, ending the embarrassment 90% of teens feel about wearing a bra, with designs that support body confidence through puberty. Each with a distinct mission, but unified by one goal: lasting impact that pushes the boundaries of what's possible. As they each take the stage to share the pitch they've refined for the last 7 months, the Forum writes another chapter in its work building a truly inclusive and equitable Canada. Tonight is a celebration of their hard work and the time to activate our support of the Forum, fueling its growth and impact. This is the place, and this is the time for women entrepreneurs to thrive. This is the Odlum Brown Forum Pitch Finale.
Hey everyone, it's so good to be here with you today. I'm Sumin Condola, your virtual host for today's The Odlum Brown Forum Pitch Finale. This is my first time as a host for this event, and I'm so excited to share in the stories, journeys, and community of the Forum. This year, our event is truly national, with our finalists hailing from the West Coast in Vancouver, our biggest city, Toronto, and from the coastal Atlantic, St. John's, Newfoundland. We'd love to hear where all of you are watching and listening from. Drop your location in the chat. Our team is live, online, and ready to connect with you, so don't be shy. For those of you who are new to the Forum, let me take a minute to introduce ourselves. Over the last 22 years, we've boldly supported the growth and development of self-identifying women, trans femme, and non-binary entrepreneurs across Canada. Over 15,000 entrepreneurs have taken part in our educational and mentorship programs, building a stronger, more diverse, and thriving business community for all of us. That's what we're here for, and what today is all about. Activating the Forum community and its capital, and that means you as well, to support our incredible business owners who are innovating, taking risks, and making tremendous impact. So what can you expect next? Our 3 finalists have worked since September to refine their pitches as they gain the clarity and exposure that they needed to accelerate opportunities that align with their values. They've done all of this hard work with the help of education, dedicated mentors, coaches, community, and so much more. You'll have the chance to learn more about their journeys as entrepreneurs and see their hard work pay off as they share their final pitches. We're proud to share that all 3 finalists will win a prize package valued at over $30,000 in financial, social, and wisdom capital to take their businesses to the next stage of growth. But before we get into pitching, a reminder that we're also here today for our largest and most significant fundraising event of the year, critical to ensuring we can continue offering game-changing resources to our community. Without your support, this organization can't exist, and together, every dollar we raise gets us one step closer to building a truly inclusive and equitable economy in Canada. There are a number of ways that you can activate your capital today. The first is through our incredible silent auction, where you can check out some really cool experiences from companies like Rumble Boxing and Zoe Pollock, as well as stays in the Park Hotel. Many of these businesses are led by women entrepreneurs too, so make sure you check them out. In addition to financial contributions, putting your hand up to be a mentor or a champion of our work is tremendously impactful, and we'd love to hear from you in that capacity as well. You can always reach us at hello@theforum.ca. And if you're an entrepreneur in the audience wanting to plug into this incredible supportive community, then head over to our website, theforum.ca, and click Join the Forum. And of course, you, our audience, get to participate too. After we see each of our entrepreneurs pitch today, we'll have a live online voting moment. So make sure you keep your phones nearby, and I'll share the instructions a little later on. Okay. Before we get to know our finalists, let's hear from Debbie Doucette, CEO of our title sponsor, Odlum Brown, and the Forum's own interim CEO, Kirsten Kopang-Telford.
Welcome everyone from across Canada. Thank you for joining the Odlum Brown Forum Pitch Finale today. By investing your time here with us, you're showing women entrepreneurs across the country that you support them and are cheering them along on their journeys. Today, we'll be hearing from our 3 incredible finalist businesses as they pitch their visions for growth. These entrepreneurs have transformed industries, created new possibilities, and challenged the status quo, all while navigating economic uncertainties and systemic barriers. Today, they will not only inspire us, but also generations of young women and girls who are watching. At Odlum Brown, we invest for our clients to help them achieve their financial goals. We also invest in the communities where our clients and team members live and work. For over 100 years, Odlum Brown has been committed to community leadership, supporting initiatives in arts, culture, children, youth, sport, education, healthcare, and much more. We have also supported the Forum and its impactful work for 20 years, and we could not be prouder to be part of this program. Good luck to our 3 finalist businesses who have worked so hard alongside their mentors to refine their pitch. And thank you for watching and championing women entrepreneurs across Canada.
Hello everyone, I'm Kirsten Kopang-Telford, interim CEO of the Forum, and I'm thrilled to welcome you today. The Forum has proudly uplifted, educated, and mentored driven women entrepreneurs across the country for more than 2 decades, and we simply couldn't have done it without you. Thank you for making the Forum's impact possible, and for being here with us to cheer on the women entrepreneurs and dedicated sponsors we're so proud to stand with.
At the Forum, we believe in the power of community because we know that together, we can make a huge difference in the success of every woman entrepreneur. A big part of that community are the sponsors whose generous support has helped us deliver real-world education and mentorship to women entrepreneurs across Canada for over 2 decades. We'd like to take a moment now to say thank you for your unwavering support. All right, it's time to introduce you to the finalists and get to know them a lot better. Let's go beyond the pitch and learn more about the dynamic founders of PragClin, Apricotton, and Revel Cares. Each has a unique story to tell and a business built to change the world in a way only they can.
There's currently 10 million Parkinson's patients worldwide, and that number continues to double every 20 years. But the biggest problem that we're facing is no matter where you are in the globe, the average wait time is about 1 to 2 years. And if you're located in St. John's, Newfoundland, like we are today, that wait time currently exceeds 4 years to see somebody for a diagnosis. PragClin aims to improve the care for neurological patients by introducing technology to better improve the care practices, increase efficiency, and access to rural and remote patients as well. I grew up in Summerside, PEI, surrounded by a wonderful and loving family, and at a young age lost my cousin to a tragic car accident. It was incredibly hard on my family, but while everybody was grieving the loss of my cousin, few seemed to notice my grandfather as he was slipping through the cracks. I ended up finding him after he had taken his own life. So by the age of 14, I was diagnosed with PTSD, and instead of letting that get me down, I ended up using it as fuel to better understand the brain. That's when I became passionate about the neurospace and went in to take a biology psychology degree. One day when I was giving a presentation on the work I was doing, I ended up meeting Gord, my co-founder, who had just recently been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Gord was actually involved in a clinical trial. He was able to experience the systems that were in place, and I understood the disease and what symptoms needed to be tracked. We were able to put that knowledge really together to start to sketch out our first system that could make an impact in the Parkinson's disease space. We created PRIMS as a visionary idea of how we could do these rural assessments and to reduce the wait times. If we could have these placed in the local facility, we could improve the patient experience. We were nervous in the beginning to put the idea that we had out on the table because we didn't want it to be seen as not good enough or not ready, but we received so much positive feedback from people that inspired me to realize that just putting your idea out there can inspire people in ways that maybe we didn't even realize. After I gave my very first pitch to the public eye, I had a little girl tell her mom she wanted to be just like the purple hair scientist when she grew up. Since then, I've been able to create this really special connection with this young girl and help her pursue her career in sciences and be able to really be that mentor. And she's like the little sister I've never had, which I love. It's time to not only search for a cure in Parkinson's disease, but better understand and help the patients who are already suffering with this condition. I want to be able to improve the pathway for Parkinson's patients and those living with other neurological conditions so that they can get the care that they deserve. It's time to improve the way that neurological care is happening across the globe.
Jess and I actually met at university, and it's funny because we actually bonded over the fact that we had horrible bra shopping experiences growing up.
We were inspired to start Apricotton after I took my little sister bra shopping for the first time, where the training bras at the department store and the cut bras at the lingerie stores didn't fit, and I went through the exact same thing 10 years ago, and so we knew something had to change.
Girls shouldn't have to feel that anxiety, fear, or embarrassment when buying a bra, but we know millions still do. We definitely felt like there was a need for something new. Apricotton's initial goal was to help the millions of girls who feel embarrassed to wear a bra feel confident in their growing bodies by making bras that actually fit them. So we designed the first ever bra that grows as girls grow, lasting from when a girl is flat-chested to fully developed so she can finally feel confident in her growing body.
I had to teach myself how to actually design the bras because we both went to business school. We don't actually have a fashion background. Once we were able to actually create the bras is really when Apricotton started.
When I was growing up, no one talked openly about what it's like going through puberty. Those conversations need to be normalized and easier to have with each other. Puberty's hard enough without feeling alone going through it. For us, it's not just about selling bras. We want to be like big sisters, giving our customers advice we wish we knew. We want to build a community where they feel confident to share and learn from each other's experiences.
Chloe's a really great co-founder. I don't think I would want to do Apricotton with anybody else. We both really embody the mission genuinely, and I really do see her as a big sister to all of our customers. The response from Apricotton bras has been absolutely incredible. We have hundreds of girls commenting on my TikTok saying that they need this kind of product so badly that they're gonna immediately ask their mom for one. So the fact that we've really empowered these girls to want to actually wear a bra has just been amazing.
We're going to make Apricotton the go-to teen bra brand worldwide.
We're going to ensure that every girl feels confident and prepared to go through puberty.
A person who menstruates will menstruate on average 3,500 days. That combined is 10 years of menstruating. The stress and to be underserved and not have a product on the market is just a travesty. With Revel Cares, I am disrupting the period aisle by creating a one-solution period product for all flows. When I was just starting my career, I got an internship at a fashion house. And of course, in and around like my first few weeks of working there, I got my period. And I ended up leaking through my pad, through my jeans, onto my chair. It felt like, how am I ever gonna get through my career with this heavy flow? And that is actually what drove me to make the product, because I truly needed a solution. I just started an Etsy shop. It was super small. I would just make the underwear myself. But people started to find out that this was a product specially made for heavy flows. It was this realization that I wasn't alone in this experience. And then once I realized that, I was like, oh, if I felt so alone, then creating a community for people who feel the same way, experience the same things, is gonna be super valuable. So immediately we started growing our social media and being very open about talking about periods. We've been the most size inclusive brand. We're gender inclusive. We've always sought diversity. You know who is buying your product. They're real people. And our product is something that can change their lives.
Wow, I just saved myself $150. Shoo!
Our approach was to go to markets. We ended up buying a 1992 Ford Aerostar. We would go anywhere down to Portland, Calgary, Ontario. We would sleep in Walmart parking lots, literally just sling panties out of the van. We're a family-run business. My husband is our CMO, so I always kind of joke family-run makes it sound kitschy and small, but it is where we've come from, and we're always gonna operate it like that. So now we have a 1-year-old baby girl. I want her to walk through the world and pursue anything she wants without a hesitation. When she has her period, she's unashamed. She can feel confident. Revel Cares is more than just leak-proof underwear. It is giving people who menstruate their freedom back.
We're Fort Capital Partners, a boutique investment bank with offices in Vancouver, Calgary, and Toronto. And like the women in this competition and across the country, we're entrepreneurs too. Good luck.
It's almost time. In a matter of moments, our finalists are going to share their pitches that they've been workshopping with their mentors in preparation for insightful questions from our finale champions, Christina Anthony and Pocket Sun. Christina Anthony is not only an exceptional businesswoman working as vice president, director, and portfolio manager at Odlum Brown, but she's also the founder of the Forum. From its start in 2002, she's been instrumental in helping bring programming and support to over 15,000 women. She comes with a wealth of experience and passion for supporting women entrepreneurs. Thank you so much for being here with us today, Christina. Pocket Sun is the co-founder and managing partner at SoGal Ventures, an early-stage venture capital firm backing world-class women and diverse entrepreneurs outside of Silicon Valley. Since 2015, Pocket and co-founder Elizabeth have invested in more than 150 startups worldwide, and we're honored to have her here today. Our first finalist hails from St. John's, Newfoundland, but has taken her company global to improve the quality of care and empower those living with Parkinson's disease. Watch as Panache Ventures' Sara Wilson helps PragClin co-founder and CEO Bronwin Bridges refine her pitch in pursuit of her ambitious vision.
Hey, Bronwin. Hey, how are you, Sara? Lovely to see you again.
I think it would be really great to kind of run through the whole pitch, and happy to share kind of my investor lens on certain things that I would emphasize.
Working with Sara so far, one of the best pieces has been just her transparency and honesty. She comes at it with like the science background knowledge, the investor background, and also then like a female that's in this space and understands what I really need to hone in on.
And I would have like a roadmap of this is when we're going to go after like these neurological conditions. And so I would use that as a way to like paint the picture of this can be a massive venture scale opportunity, and this is the team. She is such an incredible founder, and I think has really amazing expertise about this category. At this point, it's really important that this team kind of hones in on that venture scale story and adds a little bit more detail of the strategy of how they plan to get there.
That covers like the basis of saying where we're going to scale.
Yeah, this is perfect. I would actually include this because I think that this is a really important slide. As an investor looking through this, I'm looking for those two factors of like, we are like the top 2% of people who like understand this category, and this team is uniquely positioned to win in this market.
I've been able to open up about some of the challenges that I've been having recently and some hard decisions that I've had to make. And so I think the session was super valuable, and her feedback is great, and I'm looking forward to really integrating that into the pitch.
I think it is so clear that PragClin is positioned to be a category leader in this space, and just get out there and show the audience that you guys are the team to build this platform and build it into the next unicorn. Good luck. I'm Sara Wilson, and I was so thrilled to be able to get to work with Bronwin Bridges, the visionary CEO and co-founder of PragClin. PragClin has developed a solution for the better management of neurological conditions, starting with Parkinson's disease, which today affects more than 10 million people worldwide. It was so clear to me that Bronwin has a true compassion for patient care, which I believe sets her apart as a leader in this space. And I can't wait to continue to watch PragClin grow. Please join me in welcoming Bronwin Bridges, the CEO and co-founder of PragClin.
Hi there, my name is Bronwin Bridges, and I am the CEO and co-founder of PragClin, as well as a PhD pharmacology researcher in the Parkinson's disease space. But before I tell you where PragClin is today, I would like to introduce you to Gord. He was an avid runner his entire life until his 50s, where he noticed gait and slowness occurring. He brushed it off as age-related symptoms, as sadly so many people do, to avoid the emergency room wait times, until a few years later he started to notice he was having trouble shaving in the morning, and finally went to go seek help, where he was told it could be a 1 to 2 year wait time to see a neurologist. In Newfoundland and Labrador, that wait time now exceeds up to 4 years. So Gord is now one of the 10 million people who have been subjectively diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, and is only seen once a year for follow-up for a 30-minute assessment. Gord, like many others, also does not have access to a movement disorder specialist, meaning he's receiving less than optimal care and treatment plans. So at PragClin, we created PRIMS. It's a clinical decision support tool that can provide real-time motion capture assessments from within the clinic, We use existing specialty off-the-shelf hardware in a unique way with a software that we've created in-house. A patient is able to stand in front of the cameras, be assessed in real time, and a report is able to be provided to the clinical practitioners to show comprehensive, accessible data and notifications of past assessments, trends over time, where they sit in current progression, but also be alerted to rapidly changing symptoms since the last time through our AI algorithms that we've curated with neurologists. We also decided to release a free weekly survey from home for patients and caregivers to better self-manage their disease and feel more in touch with how they're progressing. We've planned to sell as a B2B SaaS platform on a tiered patient model, utilizing existing reimbursement codes in the US and following our 510(k) de novo pathway that we have. We're planning to sell to hospitals, clinics, and down the road, pharmaceutical companies, while also housing all of the IP and the data within PragClin to monetize on our database later on as well. What makes us different is actually not being a wearable. Because of this, we can integrate good into the clinical efficiency flow and also be able to have an ease of use with less calibration and more accuracy and the information being provided in real time to these practitioners. So far to date, we've managed to leverage over $2.5 million in non-dilutive government funds without an equity round, which has allowed us to secure multiple trial partners from across the globe and many world-class supporters. The team, as I mentioned, myself and my co-founder have lived experience, but also the team we brought on in software development, operations, and more are excited and willing and ready to scale this company globally. So we brought in key opinion leaders who see these patients daily and say it will optimize treatment strategies for them and provide better end-to-end care. We started with Parkinson's, but our plan is to grow and execute into other movement disorders like MS, stroke, and Huntington's. And so we're seeking funding to help us get there, and we hope you'll join us. Welcome to PragClin, where the future of movement care starts at home. Thank you.
Great job. Awesome pitch, Bronwin. Thank you. I am quite involved in healthcare on the West Coast, and don't even get me started about wait times. It's ridiculous. Obviously it's complicated, but kudos to you, even beyond this pitch, just for what you're trying to do for the greater good. So thank you. So you said you're not a wearable. That makes you quite different in this space, and you're really working within the clinician flow. I always kind of laugh at the Jerry Maguire movie, like, help me help you. Like, how are you helping? Because this is hard to integrate into a neurologist's office or a clinic. How are you making it easy for them to work this into their flow when they've never done this before? And you just kind of walk us through that real quick.
Absolutely. And as you mentioned, being different than the wearables that are at home, collecting extra data to bring into a clinic in already short appointment times. The way we've integrated into that is by using those international standards that every clinic is supposed to be utilizing a full scale for. So we use the scoring mechanisms, the order, the accuracy, and really have created our software around that standard so that we know that it can fit into clinics literally all across the globe and how they're trained and practiced. And so being that hurdle that we're trying to jump over of how can we improve the clinical efficiency is actually creating that plug and play model where we can move around the order of the testing as needed for the clinics. We can provide them with a software solution that works for them and doesn't provide excess data they didn't have time to analyze, but really a report that follows what they would normally be doing and allows other clinicians or practitioners, such as nurses, technicians, to be able to run these assessments and then have the data readily available for the neurologist. So it fits into that practice and actually shortens the time they have to spend on motor tests.
Thank you.
I'm wondering, so with the current trial clients and assigned contracts, what is your pricing strategy initially, and what's the revenue potential in the next 24 months?
Yeah, great question. So right now we are, as mentioned, pre-revenue as we're going through our regulatory process. We're actually targeting the US market first. I feel like a lot of healthcare companies do find themselves going down for FDA approval and then coming back for Health Canada. And so when we look at our revenue model, it looks very different between the two markets and other global markets we've looked into. In Canada, we're really trying to reduce the wait times and improve that quality of care with the lack of specialty practices that we have. Whereas in the US, it's based on the revenue model is based off of reimbursement codes and an opportunity for revenue generation in a lot of those clinics and to improve the scope of general practitioners. So
The revenue model right now that we've built out is allowing us to build the subscriptions off of how many current reimbursements are done in a clinic that sees Parkinson's patients. And we take a percentage of their reimbursement that they're actually able to make and monetize off of. In Canada, it's really about how we can show the economics of the care that's improved, whether that's reduction in emergency visits, earlier treatment, diagnosis, decisions, but also then improving the care practice between physio and more, so that we spend less time having assessments that don't need to happen, but better ones that can.
And is your revenue breakdown going forward intended to be still mostly skewed towards diagnosis as opposed to offshoots on therapies or monitoring? Or what's your plan around that once everything's all approved and running?
Yeah, we're actually approaching, and our approvals are for a 510(k) as a clinical decision support. So we are post-diagnosis, and it was a business decision to get into the market faster, knowing we could always go back and refile diagnostically. But the revenue generation comes from them being able to see more patients on follow-up assessments as opposed to diagnosis. And then if they wanted to, because they are saving time on the post-diagnosis phase, they can actually do more diagnosis without us prior to, because of the time saved. So building it off of clinical decision support.
I like that. So what are you looking for in this fundraising round?
Yeah, so in our fundraising round right now, what we're really looking for is strategic partners and people who understand and see the problems that we have in healthcare in Canada, of course, because it's near and dear to our heart, but also globally, it's a problem everywhere. And so I think someone who has expertise in either scaling health companies or being involved with really getting in and figuring out the different ways and pathways. And I think we're in a space that has so many different pillars that we could tackle, other movement disorders, other focuses, different clinics, and having someone who kind of has that creative mindset of different ways this could be utilized to really continue to increase the market size we have, but has a passion, because we're super passionate about what we do. It's a niche space we started in, and we want to have people who understand the problem.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Great job, Bronwin. Your innovative assessment tech is going to help so many people who need a champion like you in their corner. Next up is the Toronto company co-founded by Chloe Bodewen and Jessica Miao. That's changing the teen bra experience from one of embarrassment to one that can be embraced. Let's watch as Crystal Lowe from NBC Investment Corp mentors Chloe in the preparation for her time to pitch the vision of bras that grow with you.
Last time we met, we talked through some of the changes. Why don't you take me through the presentation and we can walk through these changes together?
One of the issues is kind of the busyness of the slides. I don't know if you remember, but it was very text heavy. There's pictures everywhere. And so I thought this one showed it more as a demonstration.
The video image actually is a really nice way of showcasing the features without all that text. So I think you did a really good job here.
The experience working with Crystal has been absolutely amazing. Fixing the slide deck, like going through the pitch, Q&A and all of that, but especially before such a huge event, just having almost like emotional support too. The other part was showcasing more metrics that we could include. It's a lot less text and just gets the key points through.
Usually with sort of a limited time, it's these types of data points that investors and a lot of times audience members sort of perk up at. So I think you did a pretty good job. I'm very impressed at what Chloe and Jessica have built, this business, as well as a platform and community for teens.
Since chatting with you, I feel like we've made some of these changes and I feel like it just looks a lot better. It looks a lot cleaner. It just gets all of the points across a lot clearer. It's not just about showcasing to investors what they want to see. It's also where do we want to see it go and which kinds of investors do we want to bring on that want to meet those goals with us. Crystal, you've definitely been like one of our best mentors.
Chloe, you have come so far and built such an amazing business with Jessica. Go out there and show everyone what you've got. You know your business well, and just share with the world how amazing it is. Hi, I'm honored to be working with the co-founders of Apricotton, Chloe Bodewen and Jessica Miao. Chloe and Jessica joined forces to solve a challenge that many young teens entering into puberty face: buying their first bra. Instead of accepting the status quo of products that weren't designed for and don't fit teens, Chloe and Jessica created a solution for this. Beyond that, they have also built a community to support girls and young women through their journey during this formative time in their lives. I am pleased to introduce Chloe from Apricotton. Chloe and Jessica are two fearless entrepreneurs who are breaking barriers and changing the landscape as young woman founders addressing a problem that other young women all around the world face.
Hi, I'm Chloe, the co-founder of Apricotton, and we're building the go-to teen bra brand by being girls' virtual big sisters. So my co-founder's younger sister Cindy had a breakdown in the lingerie store because none of the cup bras or training bras fit. 90% of girls feel embarrassed to wear a bra, which is detrimental to their self-esteem. But because of Apricotton, thousands of girls actually feel confident wearing a bra. Our bras fit better than competitors because girls can wear the same bra from when they're flat-chested to fully developed, and we used customer analytics to create a unique size guide, leading to a 99% sizing accuracy. We also have over 400 five-star reviews, with girls saying things like, "I finally feel confident in my body." We're the only bra brand globally with bras that grow as girls grow. The teen bra industry is very fragmented with no dominant player. So with our perfectly fitting bra line and loyal community, we believe Apricotton can dominate the teen bra space. And we're already establishing ourselves as the go-to teen bra brand by turning ourselves into influencers, so girls feel excited to buy from a person they connect with rather than a company. 91% of our revenue comes organically, mainly from growing my co-founder Jessica's TikTok to 110,000 followers and replicating this by growing our Apricotton Girls TikTok to 50,000 followers within just a few months. We're growing our puberty advice community, so when you buy from Apricotton, you're also buying into the community. By 2025, we'll expand into adjustable apparel so girls never have to wear cookie cutter size clothing or throw out their clothes anytime their weight changes ever again. And to grow our community, we're developing our sisterly advice platform that acts like a girl's virtual big sisters. Girls can take fun quizzes on our website to get a personalized bra recommendation, find their size, and get puberty advice. We can then use girls' answers to improve our bras and retarget them insightfully. These quizzes will give our website a community feel, driving loyalty and getting girls to share Apricotton and our quizzes with their friends. And through our community, we'll capture the $142 billion global teen apparel industry, which is the fastest growing segment within fashion. The timing is also right because teens are now the ones shaping today's pop culture, giving them strong purchasing power, leading to the success of a lot of other apparel brands. And we believe Apricotton can surpass these brands, making over 100 million in annual revenue within 10 years. And we're on the right track as we've had over 4,000 customers from only being a two-person team. We also have a 35% returning customer rate and a 2% product return rate compared to the bra industry average of 37%. To date, we've raised $385,000 USD of our 400,000 round, including an investment from Techstars. So we only have $15,000 left. So with our team, our loyal community, and our growth strategy, we believe investing in Apricotton will lead to a strong return and impact the development of girls, which UN research shows helping girls feel more confident can help improve their grades, mental health, and help them choose leadership positions in business and government, leading to a long-lasting economic impact on society. Thank you.
A great job. Very confident pitch. And I think you anticipated a lot of questions and answered them already. That's really awesome. I'm curious. So I assume you and your co-founder are first-time founders. There probably are a lot of challenges that you already overcame as a team. I'm wondering, like, what have been some of your growth pains and what keeps you up at night?
So we are first-time founders, and both of us also went to business school. We didn't go to fashion school. So when we started Apricotton, we did not know anything about making bras, and that was a huge hurdle for us. We also started during COVID, so all of the big manufacturers were closed. So for us, a huge hurdle at the beginning and learning opportunity was just understanding the process. How do you even make bras or clothing? Where do you go to get it made? How do you even make a sample? And so we actually started for about 4 months. We were just looking for the right manufacturer and someone who can actually help us make a sample. We did everything in-house from the get-go. Like, we even designed the bras. But then when we finally found the perfect manufacturer for us, we spent a lot of time actually building up that relationship, understanding the process of designing these bras so that we don't have issues in the future. We didn't want to just, find a place, make the bras and then keep going, because then in the future, when it comes to product development or just in general manufacturing challenges, now we're a lot more set up to actually figure those out.
Great.
And awesome pitch. Loved it. I echo Pocket's thoughts there. And tell us a little bit more about your competitive advantage when you think about you guys versus, the larger brands that may already be in this space or could easily jump into it, or so they might think. Why you guys? What is the secret sauce? What's your advantage here?
Yeah, we have two main advantages. One is our fit, and the second is our community. So for us, our bras fit better than competitors. We used customer analytics when we were first designing the bras to actually create those paper patterns for them. And because of that, they fit very differently than competitors that make, traditional training bras or cup-sized bras for women. And we've seen that fit really does drive loyalty. We have a 35% returning customer rate. And on top of that, even if you just look at other brands like Lululemon, so many girls wear their leggings because it just makes you look better. It makes your legs look better. And that's what girls want. The second thing is our community. So we've really grown our community to around 170,000 followers now. And we've been able to create those genuine connections with girls where they feel comfortable enough to ask us personal puberty questions, which is really hard for other brands to replicate. Just as an example, we have a 22% engagement rate compared to Aerie, one of our biggest competitors, that only have a 0.02% engagement rate. So girls really feel like they're buying from a person rather than from a brand.
And could you maintain that if you grew a lot? I mean, because, it could be because, okay, it is, a smaller situation right now. You guys are so personally tied to it. How will you maintain that personal connection and that edge that way?
Yeah. So the first thing is Jessica, my co-founder, she's the one who's running one of our TikToks at the moment. And then we actually hired a content creator to run our Apricotton girls TikTok. And so we do want to keep that feel of it being an influencer brand versus, just like some other bra brand. We've seen it with other content creators such as Mr. Beast, who, he has a complete empire now with his chocolate company. And we understand, like how big he has grown that, and we want to kind of emulate that with Apricotton.
So with the last 15K, ideally, who would that money come from?
Yeah, so we are currently looking for an investor for the last 15K. We really want someone who can understand the problem that we're solving and empathize with it. All of our investors right now, we really built that relationship with them because we don't want to just take the money. For us, it really is about this mission to ensure that no girl goes through puberty alone. And so the next investor, we want them to understand that mission too and also be driven by that mission. So we're looking for someone who can empathize. And then more specifically, we're looking for an investor who understands growing internationally, so especially in the US and European markets, and also an investor that understands e-commerce, but also may have experience in the retail market too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's great.
Yeah, thank you.
Well done, Chloe. I can't wait to see how Apricotton shakes up the teen fashion world. Our third finalist is from Vancouver by way of Iceland. Founder and CEO Sara Jonsdottir used a powerful combination of her own lived experience and her technical fashion expertise to bring her company, Revel Cares, to life. Together with her mentor, Nagar Ramani, they bring her vision for the future of period underwear into better focus.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, Sara. How are you? I'm good, thanks.
Good. I'm great.
So, do you want to go through the pitch to people who know nothing about this. Pretend they're aliens and they don't know anything, right?
Nagar is amazing. She is so straight to the point and honest.
You do have a strong vision. It's just not coming out right now in this presentation as much as it should. So you want to put the actual number of grocery stores or the number of shelves you're on. So it's very, very blunt and in people's face to show we are dominating and we are real and we are here. We're in 650 stores. That's something that's huge.
We're a purpose-led business and the vision is everything.
You can tell that she's so ambitious and she's so hungry to win this category, and it's trying to give back to an actual problem that has been around for eons. How is it that we can really, really grasp people's attention in an investment pitch to be like, oh, I don't want to lose out on this. The other thing is you need to realize that you are going to be the dominant player. And so you have to start acting like it.
I love homework. So I love these kind of sessions that are just raw and you just kind of dig and pick it apart. And now I'm going to take this and I know I'm going to craft a really great pitch.
Sara, I can literally visualize you dinging the bell on the NASDAQ one day. Honestly, because you actually are doing something that is very, very important, and the results you've had in a very short period of time are incredible, and you deserve to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Sara Johnsdotter, the visionary founder and CEO of Revel Cares, pioneering sustainable period care through innovative, period-proof underwear. With an unwavering dedication to redefining the industry landscape, Sara embodies the spirit of Canadian entrepreneurship, showcasing creativity, resilience, and leadership. Let's applaud her commitment to revolutionizing how we all care about ourselves and the planet.
Hi, I'm Sara. I'm the CEO of Revel Cares, and I have a heavy flow. I am not alone in this experience. 33% of people with periods have heavy flows, and there is not a single product on the period shelves that cater to them. Not tampons, not pads, not even period underwear. So they're forced to wear multiple products, or worse, wear disposable diapers on their periods. In recent years, period innovation has been solely online focused. The 96.9% of people buying period products in store are overlooked, creating a $15 billion gap in the market. So I made it my mission to disrupt the period care aisles with our reusable period underwear that lasts for 12 hours, day or night, with no backups needed, no tampons, no pads, just Cares undies. And with our technology and our ability to absorb one maxi pad per hour, we are the first and only medically recognized period underwear on the market with the Society of Obstetricians and Gynecologists brand recognition program. This has made Revel Cares synonymous with trust and safety. Our customers are sleeping through the night without having to change their pads. They're working their first responder jobs without worrying about access to facilities. And they have a confidence that they have never had before. So our global vision is to be the number one period option online, on shelf, and institutionally, partnering with hospitals, clinics, and government agencies. And we are paving the way with what we have already started. Our online serves and represents all bodies. And we have over 40,000 customers. And we went from 0 to 2,000 stores in just under a year, partnering with some of the largest grocery store chains to bring reusables to their shelves for the very first time. And we partnered with government agencies to provide our underwear to low-income residents. My background in technical apparel brought this product to life with function and customer experience as the forefront. My husband and CMO Mayo has an incredible background in digital ads and continues to outperform outside agencies. We have an incredible, lean but fierce team of 8 that are dedicated to fulfilling this vision. We saw incredible 306% growth last year, and we are on track to do 6.1 million in 2024. We're raising 1 million to grow our operations, to support product innovation, and to expand our marketing to reach more people and let them know that they too can have a better period.
Thank you, Sara. That was great. So, people always think about competition. I think in this space, a lot of people know Knix. I know you described, you do things quite different. You have your special garment tech. And you've done this unique thing by being sort of the first reusable on the shelf space, in store, which is unusual. What was your pitch to those buyers? Like how are you differentiating yourself in that environment versus them wanting to carry Knix or something else on those shelves?
The thing that has been the biggest differentiator for us when speaking to our buyers is really that we have had a very strong focus on exceeding and setting standards when it comes to health and safety. We, like I said, are the first medically recognized underwear, and we actually work with SOGC to set the standard, absorbency, toxicity, because there was no standard to us. There haven't been period underwear on the shelves before. So we really are the first ones to do it, and setting that standard really allows us to also work with the buyers and understand what their customers are looking for. And we've always taken that feedback. We know what the customer needs, and that has always funneled into our product. So when we have met with the buyers, it has been really great. We've actually had a 92% close rate with buyers.
That's great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's really amazing. The traction here is awesome. I'm wondering, how much have you raised before? And with this $1 million raise, 8 to 12 months runway, where is that going to get you besides the 6.1 million revenue goal, which is like awesome at this stage. So congratulations.
Thank you. So to answer kind of both questions, we have done small friends and family round about 2 years ago during the pandemic. And we did a small angel investment about a year and a half ago to really get our baseline inventory and allowed us to actually launch into retail. That was the biggest step forward for us, and allowed us to have that 4x growth last year. And what we're raising now is really when we're working with large retailers, there are listing fees. We have to have enough inventory to support our reorder rate, to be able to replenish those stores as they start selling through. So really it's having a larger baseline of inventory is what we're needing for the next 8 to 12 months. And we're projecting about 22 million for 2020.
Thank you. That's amazing. And you've talked about being in store. What's your relationship between online and in store, and the growth of where you want that to be? So once these large goals get created, what will your ideal allocation be between the two?
Yeah. So we would like to see about 35 to 37% of our revenue be online. We still have a really big online community. We're very engaged there. We have a really great marketing strategy to reach people online, but we also know where people actually buy their period products. What we've seen is the more we are in store, the more it then trickles to online. They know our company, they know our brand, they know we're trusted, and then they will purchase online. And we have more options online. We have a variety of sizes, styles, and colors versus in store. It's more limited. So both really help each other grow into the future.
Thanks so much, Sara.
So Sara, with all the exciting growth trajectory, what are you looking for in an investor?
We are looking for investors that are really willing to kind of get into the business with us and help us grow strategically. With all this expansion, there are a lot of things to think about and to grow sustainably along with all these opportunities.
I hope you find just what you need. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
1 in 6 couples in Canada experience infertility. Build your modern family with PCRM, where personalized fertility care meets excellent service. Your family building journey starts here.
Another fantastic pitch. Sara, you've made Revel Cares a real game changer. Okay, it's almost voting time, so make sure you have your phone handy. But first and foremost, this event, this celebration is about rallying your support for women entrepreneurs across Canada. At the Forum, we believe that entrepreneurship is essential to the success of all of us. You've just seen 3 tremendous examples of how women entrepreneurs are driving innovation, technology, equity, inclusivity, and the kind of progressive change we need for the kind of world we want. And there are thousands more who are out there right now looking for the community and resources to help make their unique contribution. They need our collective support, and tonight is an opportunity to ask ourselves, together, what could we create?
Women entrepreneurs are always asked to solve the big problems, to add value, to 10x return on investment.
But what if we were to 10x the support that women entrepreneurs currently have access to? What could we create then?
Our country has seen the number of women entrepreneurs grow by over 30% in the last decade. Yet only 4% of venture capital goes to women-owned businesses. That needs to change.
By increasing access to critical support and funding, not only would women entrepreneurs have the opportunity to thrive, but so would Canada.
More women entrepreneurs means more women in leadership positions, hiring more women.
More employment opportunities create financial security and independence. Entrepreneurs can lift up themselves, their families, and their communities.
We can close the gender pay and the gender wealth gaps.
This kind of progress and participation of women entrepreneurs is essential to adding another $150 billion to the Canadian GDP.
The Forum has proudly supported over 15,000 women entrepreneurs nationwide, and that's just the beginning. We have goals to reach 15,000 more, but we need your help.
The Forum has invested and expanded its national digital programs and local initiatives to reach entrepreneurs across Canada, providing access to our support no matter where they live.
Community and connection events sold out. 2 new entrepreneur summits sold out.
Pitch program applicants, 30 more than last year. E-Series applicants, 60 more than last year.
Join the Forum requests, 2,739 just this year.
2 pitch semifinals sold out. Pitch finale sold out.
In the last 3 years alone, the Forum has created 8 new programs and has seen a 72% growth in its community, with over 56,000 followers and subscribers now listening, engaging, and raising their hands with needs.
We have the model, we have the reach.
And we are now a leading voice for women entrepreneurs in Canada.
We want to ensure that all self-identified women, non-binary, and trans femme entrepreneurs who have dreamed of building businesses have access to the community that will help them to invent, innovate, and have the impact they envision.
Donate to the Forum and help us reach more women entrepreneurs who are ready to thrive.
So that I could become Canada's next unicorn.
Or me. Or me.
What if one of the entrepreneurs taking the stage tonight is that next unicorn?
Let's 10x our support of women entrepreneurs so they can 10x their success.
Our success.
Our success.
So, what can your donation to the Forum create? Big impact.
Big
impact.
Big impact right here,
right now.
For all women entrepreneurs.
For all women entrepreneurs.
And for the Canada we all want to create together.
I think the message is pretty loud and clear that the TELUS Friendly Future Foundation cares about children and their families and that they have the supports that they need.
Go!
If we can help children avoid a lifetime of learning struggle, I cannot imagine anything more important.
It really does take the support of an entire community to create the kind of change we want to make in the lives of every woman entrepreneur. And leading the way are our incredible sponsors. We are so grateful to you for helping make celebrations like this possible. Thank you to our incredible returning title sponsor, Odlum Brown, pitch capital sponsor, Wheaton Precious Metals, reception sponsor, Fort Capital, dinner sponsor, Faskin, wine sponsor, Victoria Gold Corp, champagne wall sponsor, Blue Ruby, silver sponsors, PCRM and TELUS, technology sponsor, Lawson Lundell LLP, community impact partners, Metronomics, Talk Shop, and Pocketed, our amazing bronze sponsors and media partners, and finally, our numerous event partners who make it all come together. We now have the opportunity to involve you, our audience, and hear what you think. Did one of our finalists strike you as the most innovative? Which pitch resonated with you? You can vote now. Grab your phone and I'll walk us through the process. The website to cast your vote on is now on the screen and in the chat. We've also created a QR code that you can scan. This will take you to a poll where you will cast your vote for PragClin, Apricotton, or Revel Cares. Again, grab your phone, head to the website, and select your chosen business. The voting will be open for the next 2 minutes, so you can take a moment to gather your thoughts and cast your vote. If you have any questions, please connect with our team in the chat. Later tonight, you can head to our socials to see the results. I'm also excited to share with you again that all 3 of our finalists and their businesses leave today with a prize package valued at over $30,000. This is possible thanks to this year's generous prize sponsors. Capital sponsor Wheaton Precious Metals, and community impact partners Metronomics, Talk Shop, and Pocketed. Together, they've made sure all 3 businesses receive capitals to accelerate their incredible momentum coming out of this program. And a huge thank you to Wheaton Precious Metals for its generous contribution of an additional $15,000 for the audience vote recipient. Now, I'd like to wrap by saying thank you for joining us here today. Thank you for coming out to show your support for the forum and for PragClin, Apricotton, and Revel Cares. These 3 businesses will continue to do great things. Make sure you're following them and the forum online and stay engaged through our newsletter. Thank you.